Match day hype, ready to talk about the big match against Porto, second leg of Champions League. First of all, let me introduce my colleague. Thomas Lawrence is always by my side.
I'm delighted to be by your side as always, Guy, as you said, for match day hype as we build up to the, as you quite rightly said, the second leg. We know Inter have a very narrow, slender advantage after the San Siro meeting, but now we're going to build up to the second leg and we're getting excited. We're going to build up together and we have so many special guests as well for this show, so can't wait to get going.
Okay, we can sit down.
Should we take a seat? Should we take a seat? I always feel a bit more comfortable this way, Guy, because we've got lots to talk about, as we said, on the show. We want to maybe bring the potential starting lineups as well, so we can talk about that with our fans who are following us all across the world. Again, another massive shout out to everyone who's tuned in and following us today, Guy, because it's a big match. Inter have to try and bring home this big prize and the final 8, which is our objective. But to get things going and get the ball rolling and kick off the show, why don't we see how Inter could line up with our probable lineup? Should we start up with the Nerazzurri and Simone Inzaghi's men and how they could line up tomorrow?
Yes, we're ready to watch the possible lineup and ready to talk about it. Obviously, the 3-5-2 for Simone Inzaghi. In defense, we find back Skriniar. That today we saw that he practiced with the team and Acerbi, Bastoni. Çalhanoğlu can be the playmaker for this match. With Barella, Mkhitaryan, Darmian and Di Marco. Di Marco played in the last round of the championship, so he came back after the little injuries.
Correct.
The striker can be Dzeko and Lautaro.
Exactly. This is, as we always say to all our fans that are following us, guys, this is obviously a probable lineup. It's not an official lineup. As you said, at the minute we're putting Çalhanoğlu in the playmaker role in the 3-5-2. But of course, there's also Brozovic there as an option. Now Brozovic is now back to his best. He's fully fit. In attack for the moment, as you can see behind me, we put Lautaro and Dzeko, but there's also Romelu Lukaku as well, who's vying for a starting jersey. We'll have a chance to talk about Romelu Lukaku later on in the show, because he was the, you could say, arguably the man of the match, one of the men of the match, star players in the San Siro meeting, the first leg. And as you quite rightly said, Skriniar should return after his recent spell on the sidelines because of injury, and the same applies for Federico Di Marco, who played the first meeting at San Siro, now appears to be back to his very best. Also because, as we heard earlier today and on the official Inter website, Robin Gosens will miss out because of an injury.
I was thinking the same, a new injury. Unluckily, it's time for Gosens, that was doing good.
Really well,
he was finding his shape. And now he has to stop again. But
it's a shame.
But I hope that it will be something.
Nothing serious.
Not too serious, because to handle.
Because as you said, Guy, he's finding his shape again, continuity in the side. So fingers crossed, it's nothing serious. So this is how Inter could line up tomorrow. Before we analyse this in more detail, also with our guests as well later on the show, should we take a quick look at Porto?
Obviously, let's take a look about it.
And see how the Portuguese giants could line up for tomorrow's match. Now, we've put them with this formation. So, a 4-4-2 formation, but it could also be a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3, a 4-5-1. It's a very fluid system, Guy. What we do know is Otavio will be missing out after he was sent off. He got those 2 yellow cards in the first meeting, but they still have a strong side. Taremi is someone we always pick out. He's having a great season. He's one of the star players, but I also know you're a big fan of the goalkeeper as well, Diego Costa. A great game.
He played amazing in the first leg in San Siro.
Agreed.
He did great saves. We will talk better about it later with one of our guests, because one of the most interesting duels, in my opinion, could be Diogo Costa and Andre Onana on the other side, 2 amazing young goalkeepers. So we will talk better about it. Maybe the key could be try to control the pace of this match to limit the counter-attack. What do you think about it, Tom?
Absolutely, I think that's a great point. Inter, with the fact they have this advantage, they have to try, as you said, take control, dictate the tempo, take the initiative, and try and thwart Porto, because we have a very narrow advantage and we don't want to allow them back into the contest. And a key factor will, of course, be trying to obviously get a goal as well, because it's true we have that 1-0 advantage, but at the same time, Inter can't afford to sit back too much. They have to try and take the game to the Portuguese Giants. And talking of the Portuguese side, we're seeing some of the footage from their warm-up at the San Siro meeting, because that was a game which, you never know, Gaia, it was made of lots of different turning points throughout the evening. Lukaku obviously decided the match, but there was also the sending off. Onana made some incredible saves. I know we'll talk about him later, Diego Costa as well. So a game that had everything, and we're expecting another game which could have everything tomorrow evening.
Oh, of course. And another point can be also the atmosphere, because we know that they have great fans, that they are preparing this match since the last time that when they lost. So we have
to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
We have to be able to react from the last bad defeat in championship, but Inter already showed that we can do that. We can react, and this is what we have to do. We have just to play as Inter.
Yeah.
When we do that, you know, it looks like easy. It's not easy, but when Inter plays like Inter, everything is a little bit easier.
Well said, well said. The Spezia game is now behind us. We're now focused on the Champions League. As you've quite rightly said, Inter in this season, Guy, when it comes to the Champions League matches and the big matches, the so-called head-to-head fixtures, they've rarely disappointed. They've always delivered the goods. I'm just thinking of the match, for example, against Barcelona in the group stages, both home and away. Milan in the Super Cup, for example. Also Milan in Serie A most recently in the meeting. Inter against Napoli as well at the start of the season. So those big games, Inter always have stepped up to the big occasion. As we're seeing some of the training footage from earlier today at Piano Gentile, now the team have gone out. They've obviously flown out to Portugal. So this is some of the footage, exclusive footage from today's training session, match day -1 at Piano Gentile, the Suning training center, where we're coming live from right now as well. So, as you said, Inter have to be the real Inter, if you like, because we had too many highs and lows. And as far as I'm concerned, the Inter we saw against maybe Bologna, against Spezia, that isn't the real Inter. The real Inter for me is the Inter we saw against Porto at San Siro a couple of weeks ago, and the other matches.
Yes, against also Milan, as you said, but even Napoli. We played great at home. I mean, there is a difference when we play home, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
But as you said, when we play at Camp Nou, we play amazing. And if we think that in home, Barca, I think that they had just one goal. They play amazing. We already know it. But Inter scored 3 goals in only one match in Champions League. So I know this is just stats, but numbers sometimes say the truth, you know?
They tell a story. They tell a story, and you're quite right in what you're saying there. They tell a story, and the numbers point to the fact that Inter had an extremely tough group, but they came out of the group after a difficult start, and they deserve to be here. The numbers show, and the result shows, because the results never lie, that Inter have this advantage going into this game. And obviously, we've been talking a little about this first meeting, so maybe we can shortly actually go and remind ourselves of some of the best moments from the first match between Porto and Inter.
I have a special surprise
I love surprises.
You, for all the Inter fans. So stay here, and before we're going to watch the highlights of the first leg, okay?
Yes, let's do it.
It's an amazing picture.
Let's go.
A clash of legends. Inter Porto, Act 1 had a sold-out and magical Meazza. Costa scuttles across, denies Inter. drills it into the path, and Zaidu and Onana do incredible, miraculous. In pole position going into the return leg mid-March. The Nerazzurri have 1 foot in the final 8 of the Champions League.
Well, Thomas, as I told you, I have a special surprise for you and for the Inter fans. Are you ready?
I am absolutely ready. Go ahead, Guy.
We have a special guest today. He played basketball. He's a power forward. He had a great experience in EuroLeague. He played in NBA, and actually he is the Olimpia Milano's captain. You want to introduce him? I
would love to introduce the one and only Nico Melli. Hello, Nick, are you there? Can you hear us, first of all?
Yes, hi. Hi, Thomas. How Gaia. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Thank you to yourself.
I'm very glad to be here.
You know, the step is short between basketball and soccer when you have a passion like this, you know. I know that you are a massive Inter fan. How everything start?
Well, it actually start honestly with Ronaldo. I was a kid, and of course, you know, I come from Reggio Emilia, so for me, Inter Milan was you know, a big team. And whenever Ronaldo was on TV, I just, you know, I was just watching his highlights, and I fell in love with him and with Inter, of course. And then, you know, I got stuck with Inter, and I'm suffering ever since. So this is my relationship with Inter.
Absolutely. Nick, you mentioned Ronaldo then. I think I'm very similar. In fact, a lot of people from our generation fell in love with Inter because of the great phenomenon Ronaldo. Do you have a moment in particular when it comes to Ronaldo that stands out when you think of Ronaldo, or is it just everything at Inter in those 5 years?
Well, I have one particular moment, but I don't want to mention it because it's not a good moment for his career.
Okay.
I remember being in front of TV and like start crying. So,
okay.
But Ronaldo, I mean, Ronaldo is like everything, you know, like whenever, you know, I want to watch some soccer highlight, I just, you know, Google Ronaldo and I have fun. So is, you know, there is not one moment with Ronaldo. His career at Inter is just a highlight.
Nick, Ronaldo reminds you someone in particular about basketball, like some historical players or something like that?
Nobody can be compared to Ronaldo.
Oh,
so
this is the good answer. This is the good answer. I know that your idol is Magic Johnson. Is it true?
Yeah, is it true? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, I think it's also very tough to compare two different sports like soccer and basketball. And so it's very hard to say what Ronaldo can be compared to in basketball. But definitely, you know, there are two amazing athletes that change their sport. But I don't know if Ronaldo is the Magic Johnson of soccer and vice versa. You know, we can just say they are both two amazing athletes.
I think all three of us can agree upon that. Nick, Gaia has a few more sort of basketball-related questions because she is the main basketball lady. She knows everything about basketball. I think she can rival you as well, Nick. But my question was more, you've travelled the world thanks to your career as an athlete. Have you seen this passion for Inter beyond Italy as well? Because we are internazionale, international. I was wondering whether you'd come across Inter fans beyond Italy as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. To be honest, I found also other fans of other teams.
Okay.
And so there was this kind of rivalry also outside Italy. But I found Inter fans also in the NBA. You know, it was, you know, popping out that I was Inter fan, and people randomly like texting me, "Oh, I'm Inter fan too," blah. And so we start chatting about about Inter. Yeah.
We are a big family all over the world.
One big
you know?
family, yes.
But Nick, I know that we can't compare these two sports, but if you want to pick your starting five and you can choose some of Inter players that actually play in Inter.
Good question.
Oof, very tough question. Super tough question.
It's a great question. I told you she was good.
That's very good question. So I will go for sure with Ronaldo, Javier Zanetti, for sure. I mean, I think every Inter fan is a huge triplete team fan. So for me, that was my growing up. That was my team. Beside what they did. So I will go with Julio Cesar.
Okay, he's a big man.
Yeah, and then Samuel.
Okay.
And last one, since he's also a big basketball fan, I will go with Cambiasso.
Okay, great. Yeah, because Argentina has that connection.
And even
Absolutely.
because I know that he always support Milano support. They always come to your matches too.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw him the last two matches in EuroLeague on the courtside seat, and we actually even joked during inbound because he was really sitting behind the under the basket. So I had a moment before inbounding the ball to just say hi to him.
Yes,
That's
he
awesome.
really loves basketball. Yeah, to see him.
He's not the only
during
one
the
either,
game,
Gaia,
he's always like super focused and it's like he's playing
As
too,
if he's watching, exactly, as if he's watching Inter. I know also Palacio as well, ex-Inter, of course, another Argentine, is a massive basketball fan. Lautaro Martinez of the current generation loves basketball as well, coming from Bahia Blanca, of course, which has connections with basketball. So it's there.
During this season, we went there with some of our players, Çalhanoğlu, Nana, if I remember well, and Dumfries and De Vrij.
There you go.
To enjoy an EuroLeague game, and they were like, "Oh, okay." Even if I'm actually not a basketball fan, I can say that I am.
Nick, let's just say you're in great company with these names and these prestigious Inter names.
Absolutely.
Oh, Nick, I remember that to read something about the first match that you watched about Inter, that you came in San Siro and something funny happened. I remember well.
Well, I don't know if it's funny, but it was, I believe it was Inter. I don't remember if Inter Lecce or Inter Bari, because for me, that day, I drove up with my father. And as I mentioned, I'm from Reggio Emilia, it's a very small town, 1 hour and a half away from Milan. And to me, coming to watch Inter at San Siro in Milan, for me the whole experience was amazing. And I remember going in the center with my father and having a quick lunch, and it was amazing. Everything was amazing. And I remember we won 1-0.
Okay.
And at one point, I remember why they start throwing fruits and vegetables on the pitch.
That's maybe funny is not the correct term, but it's particular.
Yeah, but it's
certainly memorable.
It was absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Nick, obviously it's been fantastic, and we really appreciate your time as well. We have to talk, obviously, a little bit about the game tomorrow. Porto Inter, just a few little things, and how, will you be able to watch the match, and how did you think Inter did in the first leg, thanks to Lukaku's late winner, which gives Inter a good advantage. So we'll wait and see how things go tomorrow. I just wanted to get a bit of your thoughts about the match for tomorrow.
No, of course I'm gonna watch it, since we have practice in the morning, so we have the whole afternoon to get ready for it.
Brilliant.
I mean, after you win 1-0, you just hope for a nice 0-0 clean sheet. You overcome the round, and you're fine. I just hope, of course, that Inter, overcomes the round. This is, and I don't care how. So this is just what I hope.
How you will leave it? Because I know that you fell asleep during the match against Barcelona.
No, I didn't fall asleep. No.
So hang on. How can you fall asleep? Sorry, you've got to explain this to me, Nick. Sorry.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not saying the truth. I'm joking.
No, so this is what happened. So when we play Barcelona, second game there, And, it was super tough game. We overcome the round.
Oh, in a treble-winning season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I was thinking this season, that 3-3. How
No,
good?
No. That time, and the adrenaline was so high for me during the game that as soon as the referee blew the 3 whistle for the end of the game, I fell asleep. Like the adrenaline went down,
Understandable.
like crushed on the couch. Like the adrenaline rush was so high that as soon as the game finished, I fell asleep and I woke up after 15 minutes and was like, what happened? But it's crazy.
It wasn't a dream, it was all real, Nick. It was all real.
I know.
It was all real.
Definitely no.
You will watch the match with some of your teammates or by yourself?
By myself. I hate watching soccer matches. When Inter is involved, I hate watching matches with other friends. They start talking. I cannot focus on the game. I hate that. And they start, so you won already. Don't worry, man. Congratulations. And this, I hate this. I stay home, watch it with my family, and that's it.
I like it. A true fan who watches the game tactically and focuses on the match and doesn't get distracted. I like it. That's my kind of football fan.
I like to suffer by myself.
Good man.
I understand. This season, we wait for you to the stadium because some of your teammates already came to watch a match. I didn't see you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a great record when I come to see Inter at the stadium.
For real? So
I won a couple times, but I mean, I am a kind of superstitious guy, so I'm just stay away. Mostly when Inter needs a win, I stay away from it.
Stay home, doesn't matter.
Exactly.
That's what I'm doing.
We got it.
Watch on your own in front of the television, suffer on your own, as you said, that's fine. And then when the luck turns, you can come back. No, joking. Whenever you want, Nick, we are waiting for you. It's been brilliant. Absolute pleasure, also for our Inter fans. Before we say goodbye, do you have a message for them as well, Nick? Because there's, as we said, thousands, millions all across the world, and they love you very much.
Nothing. Just keep supporting Inter, because as an athlete, I know how much fan support means. Let's cross the finger for tomorrow night, and as always, Forza Inter.
Oh, thank you, Nick, and good luck for the week, because I know that it's important also for your team that you have an important match during the weekend. So good luck, and thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for your invitation, and hopefully we both get the wins we are hoping for.
Oh, I cross my fingers. I don't say anything else, because if you are superstitious, trust me, I am more superstitious than you. So thank you, Nick.
Thank you so much.
And
Forza Inter.
Forza Inter, always. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
you so much to Nicola Melli and Gaia, the incredible guests. Just keep on coming, because we have with us... Would you like to introduce him this time, since I introduced the first guest? Maybe it's your turn to introduce our second guest that we have on the show on Matchday Hype.
What can we say? One of the best Italian goalkeeper all over the time, and...
yes.
473 matches with Inter in 12 years.
And he won the Scudetto dei Record, 2 UEFA Cups, a Super Cup,
I think we need 2 days to talk about him. So, Walter Zenga.
It is the one and only, as you said. Walter, hello, Walter. Great to have you with us.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. It's a very pleasure to be here, of course.
It's a pleasure for us. How are you doing?
Absolute pleasure.
Lucky that you don't ask me something about Nicolò Melli, because I have to talking about the Innocenti or Cimental, like time ago, prehistoric era.
No, don't worry. So, we introduced a little bit the match of tomorrow, but I think you are the best person who can help us to talk about it. What type of match do you expect?
Tough game, most tough game. Either if Porto home they lost one game against Bruges 4-0, it was, in my opinion, an accident. But then they beat Leverkusen 2-0 and Atletico Madrid 2-1. So the result is for the Inter side, because we beat them. They beat them 1-0. And Porto atmosphere is very, what do I can say, hot.
Yes, you can say that again.
But these are the match that you wish to play, you wish to be in. Great game. Like Nicolò Melli said before, I'll be home alone and I watch the game alone because I don't want to know one
for
besides
real?
me. Yeah. I'm totally agree with Nicolo Melli because when play Inter, I want to be alone. I don't want nobody besides me. I wanted to make my stress full for myself.
I can understand.
Total focus and concentration on Inter, Walter. That's your
Of
message,
course.
yeah.
Yes.
Walter, you mentioned obviously the first leg. Inter won the first leg at San Siro. Thanks also to the man we want to chat a little bit about now, and that is Romelu Lukaku. He was one of the star men coming off the bench and scoring the goal that makes it advantage Inter to have pole position for this match. First of all, how do you think Lukaku's coming along? He's clearly getting back to his best. And how important is his experience and his physicality, above all, in this kind of match in a European stage?
Listen, Porto is it's not a team that permits to you to play very well. They have a strategy that they put you in trouble every time. Okay. They have a quality player, but they are, especially at home, they are very, very, very aggressive team. What I saw in the first game, and this is my personal opinion, I don't want to put the finger in Simone Inzaghi choice for the start 11.
Of course.
Is that in my opinion, is Romelu Lukaku in this moment can create a lot of problem to Pepe. Because Pepe is very old central defender and he can become in problem with the physical and the faster and the style of the play like Lukaku has. But I don't know how we're gonna be the start 11. But I think that these are the game of Romelu Lukaku Champions League game or his game. Totally 100%.
We will see what happened. He came up from the bench the last time, so we will see what happened tomorrow. We saw the possible lineup.
Should we have a look at them with Walter?
Yes.
This is how we put Walter, the possible lineup, how Inter could line up tomorrow. Guy quite rightly mentioned that for the moment we've put Dzeko and Lautaro, but it could be Lukaku. We don't know. What would you think of this kind of setup tomorrow, Walter? Should Inter play something like this?
This is the start 11 that Simone has in his hands. He's continue to believe in Çalhanoğlu in front of the defender and in Dzeko with Lautaro. What I told you before is only because when Lukaku go inside the game in San Siro, it's create a lot of problem to the defender of Porto, especially in Pepe's situation. If you see again the goal, you see the physical standpoint of Lukaku over the experienced defender of Porto. But these are the choice of
course.
I don't want to put the finger inside. I read now that Gosens is out and of
correct.
Course Di Marco is in and. This is the classic start 11 of Inter. Hope cross the finger that they played like in Barcelona or they play like in the big game of the season that they played and not like against the small team where we lost a lot of points.
Shortly, Walter, I obviously want to take advantage of the fact that I'm speaking with one of, if not the greatest ever Inter goalkeeper, to talk about the current generation of Inter goalkeepers and the Porto goalkeeper. But first, I just want to have a quick look as us three together, the Porto probable lineup, because you mentioned obviously Pepe and that duel with potential duel with Lukaku. That could be one of them. They don't have Ottavio, of course. He's obviously suspended after getting sent off. But is it too obvious to say? And obviously, Guy is saying yes, it is, Thomas. But is Taremi the danger man? Is that too obvious to say, or is that a fair point?
But I think that either João Mario doesn't play.
Okay.
But the thing is this is a difficult team because also Galeno is a good player. They don't have a top star player, but they are a good player that they play good together. Especially because they have a coach, Conceição, that is there from how many years? 5, I think so, something. They create a very good atmosphere between them and the fans and the stadium. So it's not easy game, but Inter has the potential for going ahead and be inside the best 8 champion team in the Champions League. One more thing. I prefer because you know that I live in Dubai. I go around the world, and if we can bring 3 teams in the quarter-final for us in Italian people that they live outside of the country, it's gonna be the best ticket for everything.
It's true. It's true. It would be wonderful, as you said, Milan, Inter, Napoli in the final 8, the elite,
Correct.
the elite. As you said, you're there in Dubai, Walter, so you know how much Italian football is respected and admired in the Serie A and the Italian national team.
For example, now around the world, they're talking about the coach from France, from Morocco, from Croatia, and from Argentina, because they arrived in the final, in the semi-final of the World Cup. And the strange thing is that Ancelotti has won the Champions League, but I don't know for which strange of situation Ancelotti they consider Ancelotti Spanish.
No way, no way. That's weird. That's weird. Made in Italy. Walter Thomas, I think that one of the most interesting duels of this match could be also between the goalkeepers, because Onana and Diogo Costa did a really good job during the first leg. What do you think about these modern goalkeepers? I think they are young. They were one of the youngest goalkeepers during the World Cup. And also, if we watch their stats, are really good. Like 4 clean sheets for Onana, 3 for Diogo Costa, 33 saves for Onana.
Really impressive numbers,
I have to tell you something before. My regret is that I played in time that if you arrive 2nd, 3rd, or 4th in the league, you didn't play in Champions League in the group. And if you see my career, I have only 2 games in Champions League. Only 2.
Against Malmo, wasn't it? Yeah. Against Malmo,
no, because we won only one time the Scudetto. And so this is for tell you something that if I played now, probably I had 60 game in Champions League. And if you see the career of Onana, he has a lot of game in Champions League, his experience. I read recently, I saw it in One TV, the interview of Onana, and they say something very intelligent. They say in the last 20 years, the most position on the pitch that is changed, the style is the keeper. Because in the starting of my career, he said, the coach told me, don't play the ball in the middle, play the ball outside. And now, instead, when there is the build-up from the defender, if you see the space in the middle, you have to play with your players in front. So this is the most important change of the keeper. They have to play also with the feet, and they have to be like a playmaker in the back. But first of all, I would like that Onana is gonna be a good keeper to save. Then if he has also good strategic situation for play the ball, better. But the first thing is, please, be a good goalkeeper. Save. And then, for the rest, we'll see. Diego Costa is a good keeper too. In San Siro, he's played very well game.
He saved the situation, in the first.
No. He's made several difficult save. Honestly, I don't put him in the top 5 of the best keeper now on the world. But he's experienced too. He has experience too in this competition.
Masses of experience. Walter Gaia quite rightly said he made some sensational saves in that first leg at San Siro, but so did Andrea Onana, that incredible save on the line. I think also Skriniar was involved as well. That was one of the turning points in what was really an action-packed first leg, and now we're really getting excited together, Walter, for the second leg. I know, you wish you could maybe have your time again, and you probably wish you could be playing this special match tomorrow, but you're gonna have to watch it. Will you be watching it from Dubai? Are you in Dubai at the moment, Walter?
No, I'm in Milano.
He's here.
Yes. I want to tell you something.
Go.
I played in. You don't remember, guys. You are too young. Before there was Coppa UEFA, Coppa delle Coppe, and Coppa Campioni. I played in Coppa delle Coppe with Sampdoria in Porto. We lost 1-0 in Genova. We lost 1-0 in Genova, and when we play a return in Oporto in ex-Dragao, we had a lot of players outside for injury. So in the end, we beat them 1-0, and we qualify in the penalty situation.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm
Was
Italian
90,
and I'm
was,
superstitious, you know, so I can say anything. But it's curious. I have to admit it.
And we lost in Genova 1-0, and we beat them 1-0. Scored the goal Mancini, and then we went to the penalty kick.
Well,
Wow.
Unfortunately, we're not SAMP TV, so we don't have that footage. I would love Walter to see that again.
Probably is in black and white.
No, come on. It was mid-90s, I'm sure. It'll be mid-90s, or maybe between 94 and 96.
Yeah.
No, Walter, that's brilliant. Walter, I'm also reading some of the comments because we are live on YouTube. We're live on Matchday Hub. And first of all, the fans are saying Grande Walter, Super Walter. We've got lots of fans, obviously, Italians watching us.
He knows that they love him. He knows.
He knows. Hence, you were one of the... In fact, you were the first goalkeeper in the club's Hall of Fame back in 2018 with Matteos, Ronaldo, and obviously Javier Zanetti. And Zanetti as well. They're also saying about how many languages do you speak, Walter? Since you live in Dubai, you're in Milan, you're obviously English perfect with us today. How many languages do you speak?
I speak very bad English, very bad Italian, very bad Spanish, and very bad Romanian. I never studied. I tell you one funny thing. When I moved to Boston in '97, my English was very, but not basic, zero, totally. If somebody asks me what's the time, I look up and they say there is a sun. Why you ask me?
No, now your English is brilliant, for sure. Wow, Romanian too.
Okay.
Romanian as well?
Of course, my wife is from Romania.
Oh, that's great.
Spanish is very close to Italian, and when I was in Boston, the second language in US is Spanish.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yes, true.
True. Walter, obviously, maybe getting back to serious matters, obviously, because the fans obviously want to know, obviously, about the match tomorrow. A question as a former player, how do Inter put Spezia quickly behind them and move on? Because they don't go into it in the best way, but at the same time, as we also spoke earlier with Gaia at the very start of the show, Inter, when it comes to the big matches this season, I'm thinking of Milan in the Super Cup, Barcelona, home and away, Napoli at the first match. The Inter have always delivered the goods. They've raised the bar. So how do Inter do that again?
And they also had the reaction after bad matches.
Yes,
so
they've always hit back.
Yes, this mix of things.
Listen, in any case, if you won the game before the Champions League game, knockout in or out, or you lost the game, it is a too much important game, and you have to forget completely immediately what you did 3 days before. And the football today is with all this game in continue every 3 days. You cannot calculate if you are good or if you are bad. You have to continue focus on the moment. Focus on today. You cannot back in the past, and you cannot thinking about the future. You have to focus on what you do today, and then every problem has a solution. And probably for the future, they're gonna find a solution to have a consistency, either in the game against this we call small team, but it's not for denigrate somebody, but it's for just only for make an example.
Short memory in any case. If you win or if you lost, short memory and focus on the
Today is the most focused day, but either not only in the football, either in the life. Today is enjoy the moment, and that's it.
Absolutely.
You know what they say in US. They say all the times, keep your head up, smile, and be positive.
Oh, this is a motivation lesson with Walter. Hey guys, take the book notes and write it because it's too much important.
I love it. Walter Zenga, Mr. Motivator, Walter Zenga. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that tomorrow you will watch it by yourself,
Yes,
alone,
alone. Yes.
alone completely. Okay.
Just like Niccolo Melli.
Absolutely.
We got,
with the
No.
with Niccolo Melli,
No, not
you call
with-
each other. We call each other.
No. I prefer this. I couldn't attend the game in Porto because I wanted to go, but I have something to do tomorrow in Milano, very important, and I don't have time to go. And lucky that I have TV at home. I can watch.
We will be together, Tom.
Make sure also maybe you also tune in if you can to Inter TV as well tomorrow. I'm just saying, if you
Yes.
have time, if you have time, don't forget we'll be there. There'll be Federica, myself, Gaia, and we've got Michaela and Eva who are there in Portugal as well. So just I just want to give a shout out to everyone, and of course Marco Andreoli and Roberto Scarpini. So the whole Inter TV team, just because you're also
Great.
part of it as well, Walter. Walter, it's been an absolute pleasure, an absolute honour,
Thank you.
because we've had Niccolo Melli, a basketball great, and we've had Walter Zenga, Inter and Italy great on the show. Walter, do you have maybe one last message for the
For the
Inter
fans.
supporters and the fans that, as I said, love you so much, and I've got the proof right here.
The only things is the team is important. Inter is the most important things, and support the team is the best things that the people can do.
Oh yes, we agree. We agree with you. Thanks, Walter, for
Thank you so
being
much.
here. Thank you so
Walter,
much. It was
super,
such a big
really,
pleasure.
really appreciate that. It was fantastic, and who else and who is better than Walter Zenga than to preview this match? So thank you very much, Walter. Super. See you very
you.
soon, and Forza Inter.
Have a
Forza
lovely day.
Inter.
Have a lovely day, and Forza Inter always.
Thank you so
Ciao,
much.
Walter. Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao,
What
ciao.
a man, what a
Ciao.
guy, what a guy. Love it, absolutely love it.
Whoa.
Every time we have Walter on the show, whether it be for a pre-match
Oh,
or
I'm
a post-match.
speechless, Tom. I mean, this is our pre-match, and we talk about it with someone like Walter Zenga. Okay, that's it. We can go.
Oh, no, not
home.
quite, not
I'm
quite,
playing,
not quite,
I'm
not
playing.
quite yet, not quite yet. We still have another guest shortly, and we still have a
This,
little bit of
though.
time to talk together, you and I, Guy, of course, about the big match tomorrow, which is on the horizon. Also because I've talked about different guests. Maybe in the studio we could also have Lukaku or Onana in the studio shortly. I don't know.
You invite them? They are
Well,
not flying?
Well, they are flying, but thanks to technology, and thank you to our man in the control room, Mr. Marco
If I clap
Secchi.
my hand like this,
Yes.
here, right here.
Go, clap,
Oh,
start clapping.
okay.
Or just like that as well. We might have him right in
No, it's
the
not working.
Try again,
again.
try again. Keep trying, keep trying, Guy.
Where is he?
Because Mr. Marco in the control room will get him here sooner rather than later, because thanks to the power of technology, even if, as you quite rightly say, Guy, he is on his way to a big match in Portugal and he's looking to leave his mark again, just like he did in the first leg at San Siro. He also has time for his fans, his tifosi all across the globe to join in. So, Guy, try again.
Okay,
Try.
I have to focus like Walter said.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I wasn't too... Okay. Rom? You here? Oh!
There.
Oh, no! Onana!
Onana is fine as well. Onana is fine as well. We're going to go with Onana first.
I have to work on my powers. Okay.
Gaia, next time, you just missed out. We wanted Luka, but we're happy with Onana.
I have to practice. But
Don't you
yeah,
worry.
Sorry. I'm
This man in the
working on
studio,
it.
we mentioned Zenga obviously earlier. Now we're talking about the man who's between the sticks now, the current generation for Inter. Andre Onana had a cracking game. We feel, don't we, Guy, that he could be one of the key players tomorrow. He had an incredible match in the first leg, made some sensational saves and kept Inter in it. If Inter won that first match, it's also thanks to Andre Onana. I agree with what Walter said, though. It's important that he makes the saves first and foremost. That's his main job, to make the saves.
Yes, I was laughing because, in my opinion, to play in this position, you need a strong mentality.
Yeah.
You need to be a leader because of the defense. They have to follow you and to listen what you say. And I watched the same interview that you watched, I think.
Yeah.
And he said something interesting also about the mentality, about mistakes. He said, we don't have to play without and thinking that we cannot make mistakes because it's impossible for this position. Okay, we can make mistakes. doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The important are the great things, that he is doing, and he's growing. When we say he's young, it's just because in 1996, and we know that for this position you need a lot of experience, and you can play more years. But it's, as Walter said, he has also the experience to play this game. So yes, young, but not young about the experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He's still got age on his side, but as Walter said, he's already got, I think, something like 60 appearances in the Champions League, thanks to his time with Ajax and now, of course, with Inter. So as you said, yes, a young goalkeeper, but already has experience at this level, so he knows what he has to do, Andrea Onana. And another thing I'd like to add to what you're saying, which is completely correct, Guy, is the personality, that character that he brings, that he plays out on the pitch.
As I said, if we talk about stats, I told this before, 33 saves in these 7 matches of UEFA Champions League, 4 clean sheet, and a pass accuracy of that is more. I don't know if I'm doing a mistake, but if I remember well, it's more than 79%. So
it's an incredible number.
I think yes.
And as we've always said, the numbers don't lie, and they're there for a reason. Now, Gaia, you brought Andrea Onana. Now we wanted Lukaku. Do you want to try again and see if we can
I have to change. I don't have to clap my hands. So what can I do?
Maybe you can click your fingers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Should we try again? Should we try and get Lukaku here in the studio? Should we try and get him here? Keep clicking. There you go. Bravissima. Well done. Gaia, there you go. Your wizard powers are getting better.
You know what is the name of my power?
Tell me.
Marco Secchi, thank you.
In the control room, super. Marco Secchi, in the control room, who gets Lukaku all the way here in the studio. As we said with Walter Zenga earlier, this man is going to be key, whether it's starting the match or coming off the bench, because that duel with Pepe as well could be a really interesting one. As Walter Zenga said, Pepe has the experience, but he's not a 20-year-old anymore. So with someone like with Lukaku's physicality, that energy, it could be really exciting. He could really cause problems for the Porto defence. We saw that he was one of the star men at San Siro, leaving his mark, coming off the bench. And, of course, the man we just saw there as well, Lautaro Martinez, he's going to be key, or Edin Dzeko as well. We have lots of options all across the park. So it's going to be, again, also quite difficult for Simone Inzaghi to choose the best team. But we know, obviously, he'll take his time and use today's training session and tomorrow to think about it. Çalhanoğlu, another one who's going to be a key player for us tomorrow. He's having a great season. Guy, we have the team in these European matches, we said, that have performed so well this season. They performed so well. Yes, I agree with you. Completely agree with you. In Champions League, we are doing a great job. I hope to see tomorrow the Inter that I saw against Barca, for example. Yeah. I hope to see this eye of the tiger, Love it. on the pitch. Da, da, da. I know you like to sing. I know you like singing. I think you're the real singer, but anyway, yeah. But yes, with this song on my mind and these eyes of the tiger, I hope to see our guys like this, and we will see what happens on the pitch tomorrow. Okay, how do you feel? Because I am a little bit. Nervous, a little bit anxious. Well, in a positive way, but yes, like all the. Also, how maybe our friends and our Inter fans across the pond and across the Atlantic are maybe feeling about this match. If they can hear us, the Inter club, all the way from Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken, Gaia. Am I correct? Yes, it's correct. So, welcome to the Manhattan Inter Club. Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, wonderful. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Good. We're doing well. How are you?
Oh, that's perfect. We talk about Inter. We are with you. So, introduce yourself.
So my name is Fabio, and I'm one of the founders of the Inter Club Manhattan. We founded the club in April 2nd, 2022, so not even a year. And
I'm Fares. And I'm another one of the founders. And thanks to Fabio, now New York City has a little bit of Inter flavor.
Oh, wow. You are super young.
Who? Both of us or him?
No, you guys, you're young. Why you are in New York?
So I'm in New York for work, and Fares here to study. So yes, you know, let's say that Manhattan is a young city. So
Young people, young fans like it. I like it,
yes.
guys. Yeah.
So the thing of our club is, you know, Manhattan. It's hard to find.
Well, we've just lost you slightly, chaps. Can you hear us again?
So-
oh, we go. There we go. Then we're
Okay,
back. Now
there we
we're
go,
back.
There we go.
Yeah, you know, Manhattan is a young city. So all our group, all our interclub, is made by young people. You know, students or people that just moved to New York City to work. So this is a very young and good club, and a good group of people.
No, I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving the young vibe and the positivity and the youthful approach. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Fabio, I can see obviously you've got our latest shirt on. It's also got with the Coppa Italia, Coccarda, the roundel as well. What have you got a number on the back as well?
No, the back is Manhattan.
Ah,
Wow.
love it,
I
Gaia.
love
What do you
it.
For
think?
the occasion.
I love it. But you know, Tom, I love America.
Oh
I
yes,
love it
she is Miss
because
America, Miss Basketball and Miss America.
No, but I had the opportunity to travel there and to work there. So I'm curious how in New York people live the soccer feeling, like how they. You found a lot of people who loves Inter, who loves soccer.
Yeah, it's soccer in general in the U.S., especially New York City, which is a pretty international city. It's growing a lot. Regarding Inter, yes, we found a lot of students like Fares or young guys that just moved here for work. Maybe they moved here for 2-3 years and then they go back to Italy because their company called them back. But yes, there are a lot of interest in Manhattan, especially. We were surprised there was not an Inter club, but now there is. 70 members. Matchday is always 30, 40 people watching the game all together. We sing like we are in the stadium in San Siro.
Love it.
The atmosphere is just magic. And also before the games, we gather like 1 hour before the games and we just hang out together. We drink some beers, like all you do when you go to San Siro.
Oh,
You meet up
nice.
with friends 1 hour before, and then you watch the game. You sing the chants from the Curva Nord, and it's just beautiful.
So it's the
Life
same.
is different in Manhattan with the New York club, with the Inter club now.
Oh, nice, nice, Thomas.
Oh, guys, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I wish I could be there with you, tomorrow in some respects, building up and enjoying that pre-match atmosphere together. I wanted to ask get Fares involved as well, how he's feeling about tomorrow's game. Inter have that advantage thanks to Romelu Lukaku, but I don't think Inter can afford just to sit on that lead. They're going to have to try and obviously take the game to Porto as well, because 1-0 isn't the safest kind of result. So Inter know they're going to have to also play some football tomorrow. How are you feeling about the game, first of all? And maybe who could be the key player in your eyes?
How I'm feeling about the game? I'm excited. I'm very nervous. We know the latest with Inter's form, a lot of ups and downs. But, we've seen our team against Porto, we've seen them against Barcelona. And if we do what we need to do, I think we can bring it home. But it's not going to be easy, I think, especially being there. I think they're a very hungry side. They are in very good form as well. Key players, I think, we all look at players like Lautaro, players like Çalhanoğlu, Barella, and I think we just all need to play one for another. And if we do so, I think we can bring it home. So let's hope for the best. Forza Inter.
Fabio, which is your opinion about the key man?
So Fares said everyone has to play for one another. So I would just say a name. I would say Lukaku, because he was the key man on the first leg, and I wish he will start and I'm pretty sure it will make the difference tomorrow for us. Especially Porto is gonna attack a lot because of course they have to come back, and I think Lukaku having some space to counterattack, he can be the Lukaku we have seen in the past few years with Inter. So I hope for him. I'm a big fan of him, so I'm a little bit biased.
You're not the only one, Fabio, so don't worry about that. And I do really agree with what Faris is saying. It's going to take a team effort, as always, because individuals, they can maybe get you so far, but we need to play as a team. Absolutely. Guys, we're almost coming to him, but before, I want to, a bit of a Nerazzurri nostalgia, a bit of a step in the past. Favourite players from the past? Anyone, that really made you fall in love with the black and blue of Inter? Fabio, Faris?
Faris, now you have to say a name. You have to pick one.
I know it's tough.
Okay. Hey, I'm a few years younger than Fabio, so generation's a bit different. My first memories of Inter, Zanetti is my all-time favorite player, of course, and Diego Milito, Snyder, all the group of the 2010, Maicon, Julio Cesar. I grew up on these names. I grew up also on the international aspect of Internazionale. I'm international myself, so for me, my childhood memory, 90% is Inter players. So I would have to say Zanetti, Diego Milito.
Okay, two. Okay, Fabio.
I grew up with Ronaldo, phenomenal, so I would go for him. I was 4 years old when Ronaldo joined Inter. So
wow,
all my very, very, very young years were with Ronaldo.
Oh,
do you remember this?
Yes.
I know you would have been 4 or 5, but do you remember this by any chance, Fabio?
Yeah, I remember it, and also I watched it over and over again. So. Ronaldo, if you're listening, if you come to New York City, let's take a picture together, because that's all I want to do.
We're all going to get in the queue and do the exact same thing. I think we're all the same. We're all Ronaldo maniacs here. We absolutely adore him as well. But fantastic choice. And as we're looking back at that incredible UEFA Cup final, 1998, Ronaldo, inspiring the team to glory.
Oh, mamma mia. We were talking about it with Niccolò Melli too.
That's correct, yeah.
He said the same, so we don't have words to explain.
You're in good company,
player.
Fabio. Niccolò Melli agrees with you.
Yeah, but if you have to choose the best memory with the Nero-Azzurri colors.
That's another good question, guys.
I mean, I want to know also about something about your personal experience, so maybe some matches that you watched and something else, some facts,
I mean, I'm gonna start because it's pretty easy. I traveled with my dad to Madrid for the Champions League final 2010, so I was at the stadium. I don't think you could have a better memory than that.
Oh wow, I'm jealous.
I think we're all jealous. We're all jealous.
Wow.
But good on you, and good on you and your father as well for making that trip as Inter kings of Europe in 2010.
That's amazing.
Thanks to Diego Milito, which was one of Faris's favourite players. Faris, do you have an Inter moment that stands out, as Gaia said, across your career as a fan?
Just one.
Whoa.
Okay. Fabio named probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
I can remember the comeback also against Bayern in the Champions League, 3-2. That was one of the few games I think watching as a young teenager, I had almost lost the hope, and Inter proved me wrong, which is something that, as a fan, I'm always there hoping, especially a few days ago against Spezia, but we don't have to talk about that. But
no.
in all, I think when something you love so deeply proves you wrong in the positive way, I think that memory will remain for the rest of my life as one of the most euphoric experiences, one of the most happy experiences, and something that I shared with my friends, with my family as well. So, 3-2 against Bayern.
Wow.
Great
that's
answer,
cool.
great
Yes,
answer. And that kind of fighting spirit will be needed tomorrow night. So Inter hopefully can take inspiration from that victory, which Fares quite rightly reminded us back in the
I want to say,
2010-11 season.
if I don't suffer, it's better for me.
Of course, I know. And probably the same for Fabio and Fares as well. They probably want a nice, relaxed victory, but you never know. Guys, it's been brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Thanks for having us.
Grazie mille.
A voi ragazzi, grazie,
Whenever
grazie,
you are in New
grazie.
York City, please make sure to reach out, and we'll love to have you with us.
Oh, we'd love to as well. We're going to accept that invite, aren't we, Gaia?
Yes, as soon as possible. I'm telling you.
Ciao
Very good.
ragazzi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Bye.
Super,
Forza
super.
Inter.
Bye.
Bye.
Forza
Sempre,
Inter,
always,
always.
always. I love it when we have our international fans, Guy. I love it,
Oh.
love it. Always brings a smile to my face.
I mean, what an episode. Oh,
Gaia,
with a lot of
but
guests.
sadly, all good
No,
things
it's
must
time.
come to an end, and we've come to the very end of our show. So I want to obviously thank you, Gaia, as
No,
always.
thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure, you know.
Absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you. So we can stand up, so we can say bye to...
Yep. We can come up. We've had a great show as always. Excuse me for turning my back, but as you said, this is the very end of the show, and we're going to be back hopefully very soon for another episode of Matchday High. But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed it. Guy, I've had a blast of a time.
No, thank you, Thomas. Guys, see you soon. It will be an important week. You know better than me. So thank you for enjoying us, and
We'll see you very soon.
Forza Inter,
Forza Inter
for tomorrow,
sempre.
always. Okay, guys. See you soon. Bye. Have a good night.